Viewer discretion is advised. Go where no man has gone before.
In your face. It'll knock your socks off.
Broadcasting live from 37-degree flood warning downtown Cleveland. It's station WDWL TV, home of not one, but 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And turn around, we don't want to see your ass. And an Oscar. And as we all know, the flashing G stands for your host, me, Grumpy. And the show is brought to you by Mummified Grumpy Vulture Productions. No bow. Cold, rainy, flood warning. Jeez. No, the basement was actually perfectly dry. But I don't like this flashing flood warning that keeps coming up in my little weather box. This goddamn city. Yeah, it was dry. I was shocked. I really was shocked because I expected to see a mess. Because about 2:30 I stopped looking. I was getting tired, my toe was sore. So I said, if the water comes in, the water comes in. But now I'm looking at my little weather box and it's going blood warning, blood warning, blood warning. I hope that flood warning is like for other areas of Ohio and not my neighborhood. And today is, April Fools. I always remember this day because it was my mother's birthday, better known as the cruise director for Guilt Trips. After a while, I was like, it's kind of an appropriate day for you to be born on. Yeah, it moved down to you. It rained, well, just as the show was ending, the massive downpour ended, but it like drizzled all night long. I mean, I went to bed to rain, to wake up this morning to rain. Only to discover, I know, talk about my luck. I get the truck running, no problem. Well, this morning, I got a flat tire. Evidently, and you know, I came down the street down at the corner, and I should have known better because that's the street that they're putting sewers in. I probably picked up a nail or a bolt or something. For some reason, that Nissan don't like me anymore. I don't have to. Yeah, the right rear tire, down on the rim. I was like, God damn it. So I aired it up and pulled it back in the driveway. So soon as the weather gets better, I'll jack it up and take the wheel off and drop it off at Ryan's and tell him, fix it and call me when you got it done. Yeah, I feel sorry for people born today. Anybody that I've known, and when I worked for the county, there were two, a matter of fact, there were two girls that were born on April. And I'll tell you what, you talk about two girls that were 3 sandwiches short of a picnic, two fries short of a Happy Meal. Elevator went upstairs, but there was nobody home. And then it was appropriate for my mother. Yeah, well, it's obvious they didn't have no magnetic broom. It just irritated the shit out of me because, well, the tires were brand new when I put them on the truck. Now, that was 4 years ago. I probably don't have 3,000 miles on those tires. They still look brand new. And I know they can plug it. But you know, once a tire has a plug in it, it's worthless. And the problem is, they're white walls and I can't replace them. So, matter of fact, what I'm going to ask Ryan to do is to take the tire, put a patch on the inside, so I have a dual repair, because he'll plug it, and I'm going to tell him, put a tire patch on the inside, just to be doubly safe. It went down too fast to be anything but. And then I'll always be concerned about that tire. Just pissed me off because I put 4 brand new tires on it, knowing that I would never have to put tires on it again. Now to me it's damaged. I mean, yeah, plug it, it'll be fine, but it's always going to be in the back of my head that tire's basically fucked up. Yeah, you know, he showed me those because they have a service company that comes in and fills their tire repair box sealer and plugs and patches. And he was getting ready to fix a tire, and he said, "Have you seen these new plugs?" And I was, "What do you mean new plugs?" And yeah, they screw in. They are the coolest. Yeah, they just screw in. But I still want a patch on the inside. I know, believe me, I used to plug my own tires when I had a repair kit. It's just, to me, the tires fucked up. Even though it may never leak another iota of air, it's always going to be in the back of my head that brand new tires fucked up. Oh, yeah, definitely, because with a regular tire plug, basically it's gooey rubber. They push it in, they snip it off, These, it's staying there. I know one thing. If it's a nail or a screw, I'm gonna go up and raise hell with them guys doing the construction work. Because I guarantee I'm not the only person that's probably got a flat tire on that street. I'm gonna go right up and I'm gonna bitch at him. I'm gonna say, "Hey, don't you have a magnetic goddamn broom attachment you can put on that big sweeper you got?" Because even if I ask them, they're not going to, be honest. I'll say, "How many other people on the street have got flat tires?" "Well, nobody. You're the only one." "Yeah, bullshit." And like I say, once he repairs it, it may last the life of the tire. As far as I'm concerned, that tire is damaged. I don't care what anybody says. But I'm going to tell him I want a patch on the inside, along with the plug. I'll tell him charge me for it. I don't care. I want it fixed my way.
For Pete's sake!
No, I want it fixed my way. Oh, I was pissed when I went, because I was going to run up to the store. And, it's raining. Well, it was drizzling, but cold. I walked out and I went, "Is that tire flat?" Come in the house, get the air compressor, aired it up, pull the Passat out, back the truck back by the garage, back the Passat back in. They said, "Screw it, I ain't going to the store. I'm pissed off now." Of course, it happens on April Fool's Day. But I guarantee I'm not the only person. Drive up down that street. There's more than one flat tire. Because they've got the pipes, they're strapped to pallets. And they go to pick up the pallet, and the pallet breaks, and part of it falls in the street, and they kick it aside. Well, how do they put pallets together? Nails. Oh, I was pissed off. Thank God what I was going to go to the store for, I really didn't need. Oh. So, how'd your day go today, Kathy? Did you enjoy the two Ronnies? I love that skit. Oh, I love that skit. I like when he said, my dongle won't fit in it. And the look on that other guy's face, like, uh-huh. My wife knows something about dongles. But then the ending is the best. I don't know what's so popular about these, but I have this Xbox 360. Whoever wrote that had one hell of a comedy mind. I don't know if those guys wrote their own material, but whoever wrote that, whoever even came up with that, just, that skit is priceless. Oh, rearranging furniture. Wow. Doing your spring cleaning a little early? The only way my furniture ever got rearranged was when I moved. Although I do have to rearrange my bedroom. I have to move the, I don't know what the hell it's not a dresser. What the hell did the girl call it? Oh, God. My landlord's niece left it because she didn't have room for it at her house. And it was her mother's. The hell did a sideboard? I think she called it a sideboard. It looks like a dresser, but it's got all kinds of compartments. It's got a couple of drawers, and then open it up, and it's got shelves, and she called it a sideboard. It's heavy as hell. But I have to move it a couple of feet so I can put the other TV on the other side of the TV. That made a lot of sense. And they're not TVs anymore, they're flat screens. Let me put it this way. The big flat screen is on this sideboard. on one end is the 43-inch LG. That TV, I'm showing my age, flat screen, is my local TV channels with an outside antenna. Then, the 35-inch Magnavox is hooked to my DVD player. Well, it's at an odd angle. So I have to move this sideboard like 2 feet, which is going to be a bitch. I need a goddamn tow truck with a winch to move this thing 2 feet. That way I can have all 3 flat screens at a perfect viewing angle. OCD. Oh, it worked out great, Kathy, because like in one compartment is my VHS tapes. Then in another compartment are all my DVDs. And then another compartment are all my CDs. And then in one of the drawers is cables and shit for flat screens. And then in the other drawer is junk. Yeah. Like the junk drawer. I don't even know how much shit is in that drawer. But it's full. I mean, I like it. And if I ever move, I'm taking it with me. Because it's perfect size for, my 65-inch Samsung. As a matter of fact, I have like 8 inches on either side of my big TV. Worked, and it's the perfect height. But like I say, I got one flat screen for local TV, my streaming flat screen, and then my DVD flat screen. And like all my friends say, Jesus Christ, you can hook it all to one TV and push the button, What source? No. I just want to turn one TV on. Oh, okay, I'm watching 3, 5, 8, 19, 43. Turn that one off. Okay, I'm watching YouTube. Oh, I think I'll watch a DVD. Because I hate these new TVs. God, just setting the goddamn things up is enough to drive you insane. You just can't plug it in and turn it on. No, you have to pair it with your Wi-Fi and passwords and all kinds of shit. It's like when I got my high-speed internet. It was all new equipment. And you should have seen the fucking password. It was letters and symbols and numbers, and I said to the guy, "Can I use my old password?" He said, "Yeah, what is it?" I told him, "Sure." I said, good. Because if I ever have to, repair the TV with the Wi-Fi, I have the password memorized. I don't want to have to look at the goddamn Wi-Fi unit, number sign Q93 exclamation point BCX question mark. I said, I have it memorized. I want that password. He said, okay, no problem. Hang on. I hear him typing away. Okay, done. Thank you. Oh, like when I had my AT&T internet, the goddamn password was like 27 digits long. And it was number sign Q3 exclamation point X. I had stickers all over the place with the fucking password. On every goddamn TV set, computer. Blah, blah. Years ago, you used to pick your own password. Now it comes with the modem or the Wi-Fi. I don't want that password. I have a hard enough time memorizing passwords the way it is. Then, like my credit cards and the bank, every 6 months they want you to change your password for security reasons. Bullshit. I ain't got nothing to steal anyway. Although I do like which credit card is it? Capital One. If I use that card, within 30 seconds, I get a text message. Did you use this card? Hit yes or no. Immediately. So if I would lose it, I would get the notification, no. And if you hit no, it automatically dials the fraud department. When I took the credit cards out, they asked me, would you like this feature? I said, how much? It's free. Yes. If I have to pay for it, screw you. But when 30 seconds, I can approve or decline the purchase, and if I decline it, it immediately dials the fraud department. And they answer 24/7. Because one time, my idiot kid borrowed my card because he didn't have gas money. Grumpy no longer leaves his wallet on his dresser. Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning. My phone, beep, 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 beep. I look. It gives you the amount. It was like $47.12. Do you authorize this purchase? No. The guy from the fraud department. I said, hold on. I looked at my wallet. I went, my card is gone. Do you want to report it stolen? I said, no, I know who took it. Just decline the purchase. And it was amazing. In the morning, the credit card was back in my wallet. He never said a word because he didn't know. Evidently, he thought I was over my limit. I loved it. Because then he had to spend his own money for gas. Yep. I have the same thing through PNC. Because that's my savings and checking. If it's an oddball purchase, like they know I buy off of eBay, they know I buy off of Amazon, they know I buy off of Temu and Walmart. But like if there would be a charge for, say, Target, I get a notification. And then same thing. I can either approve or decline. If it's something that is not a regular, like if I go up to, as a matter of fact, the first time I ever used my card at the Indian store. Whoops. Hold on. I have to approve that. But Capital One, I love it. I think every credit card company, as a matter of fact, any bank, anything connected with a money card, you should immediately have to be able to approve or decline a purchase. Because if you lose your wallet, man, they can go haywire with your stuff. And then like my buddy's wife, she writes her PIN number on the back of her bank card. Hello? If you lose that debit card, your fucking PIN number's on it. Well, I can never remember it. It's 4 digits. How hard are 4 digits to memorize? I know mine backwards, forwards, eyes closed. I said, do you have that many cards? No. How hard is 4 digits? Duh. She's another one, 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. Because the one day she bought a new wallet and she had the cards laying on the table. And I looked over and I said, is that your PIN number? Yeah. Why is it on the back of your debit card in Sharpie? Because I can never remember it. It's a March. It's 4 digits. I can never remember it. It's a March. It's 4 digits. You picked the number. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. You never had a charge card? Really? Wow. How do you function? I mean, I have two for emergencies, but you have to use them. I think with I have Credit One Bank and Capital One. They're both ones. With Credit One, every 3 months I have to make a charge to keep the card activated. Capital One, I think it's every 6 months. But I use that one. I actually use them monthly. Like, I'll buy gas, but then when the bill comes, I pay it. But I hate carrying cash. I hate using an ATM. Although, if I need cash, I do it the old-fashioned way. I write a check. Then I go to the bank. Give me money. I give you paper. You give me paper. My paper has a picture of my cat. The paper you give me better have pictures of presidents. And it better be green. Hey, Rudy dropped in. Yeah, when I ordered checks, now I write like one check a month. You know, the bank. How many checks would you like? 100, 200, 1,000? No. Do you have 50? No. I have to take 100. Okay. Here's the designs. I don't like any of them designs. Oh, well, if you flip the page, Mr. Grumpy, you can add your own photo. Oh, really? Good. I want this fat beast on my check. The girl looked at me, what? Yeah, see this fat beast? Okay, we won't take the picture with him laying on his back. All right, here, wait. I got one of him sitting up looking very, very gentlemanly. Okay, we'll use that one. I wanted him all... I thought that would look neat on a check. No. The last batch of checks had a picture of a Cleveland police cruiser. They told me I could use any picture I wanted. One day there was a police cruiser in the parking lot. I want this picture on my check. It says Cleveland Police on that. Just put the picture on the check. My new checks, because when I moved, I had to get new checks. So the new checks have Fatso on them. But he's looking very gentlemanly. I wanted him laying there with 4 feet in the air. I thought that would be a unique check. Yeah, it's been raining since last night here. I'm still getting that blood warning, blood warning, blood warning. Boy, I was looking at the national weather map today. They're forecasting a nasty hurricane season this year. I feel sorry for anybody in the hurricane zone. I hope they're wrong. But that's what they were saying, that we're going to have some nasty hurricanes. God, we don't need another Katrina. Holy shit. Goddamn Katrina just about wiped New Orleans off the map. God, there's still areas down there that never came back after that goddamn hurricane. What is it, the Ninth Ward, I think they call it? Then I had to do laundry today. I kept telling Boots, it's your turn. Do the laundry. No. So I had to do it. Yeah, they're saying could be some nasty shit coming. I hope they're wrong. You know, I'm going to have to go online, check the Farmer's Almanac. Usually the Farmer's Almanac is pretty good. I used to subscribe to it. Matter of fact, when I moved down here, there was a lot of stuff because I used to get 4 different automotive magazines. I was getting the Farmer's Almanac. The only thing I got is Reader's Indigestion. No, he was laying in the bed. I said, hey, there's the laundry basket. Go do laundry. I said, hey, you want treats? Go do the laundry. So I had to do it. Every time I use that machine, oh, I hate that machine. Although I own it now. It's mine. 100% legal. I own it, free and clear. That was one monthly payment. I was glad. I know how long I had to make. Goddamn $600 washing machine. Christ, back in the day, I bought a car for $600. One little white box. Although it really does the laundry very nice. But I still hate it. Although I walked downstairs just in time to hear it play me a song. As, oh, laundry's done. I wish there was some way of putting in your own music. Because that tune, whatever it is a stupid thing. I would put in like the Stars and Stripes Forever. When my laundry's done, you salute it. You know, when back at, well, you know, when I bought my first house, I don't think I paid more than $200 for a washer and dryer. I don't even think it was that much. I got a washer and a dryer for under $200. Yeah, you know, Kathy, you can change ringtones. You can, you know, like if you got a Ring doorbell cam, you can put in whatever doorbell music you want. I don't know why you can't change the goddamn song on the fucking washer. Like I say, I'd put Stars and Stripes Forever. It is the stupidest thing. Probably makes sense in Chinese. But most of the time, I can't hear it. Even though the washer is directly underneath me. The washer and dryer are directly underneath me. And if I'm sitting here, I can't hear it when it's done. But I know it takes 55 minutes. So I just look at the clock and go, all right, in an hour I'll go down and laundry's done. Now that I own it, I won't cuss it out as much as I used to. $600 for a washing machine. And it was on sale. That goddamn thing was regularly $8.99. I would have $900 for that piece of shit. In the store at Homeless Depot, that machine was $8.99. I went online, $5.99. That's like Walmart. 2 reasons I don't go to Walmart. 1, the people in Walmart scare the shit out of me. They all look like they're escapees from a circus freak show. And 2, everything online is cheaper. Everything online is cheaper than what it is in the store. I don't know why. Like the toaster oven I just bought. It's a bake, broil, rotisserie Does everything except laundry. I like it because it's got French doors. It's still in the box. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. Marianne was going to Walmart. So I says to her, here's the SKU number. Here's the description. Call me if they have this in store. So she called me and she says, I'm looking at it. I said, same SKU number? Yep. How much? $189.95. I said, thank you. Online, $117. Same identical toaster oven. Same SKU number. $180 in the store. $117 online. Same item. I don't understand it. That's like the blood pressure cuff that I got. In the store, it was $29.95. Online, $19.95. Why is everything more expensive in the store? You know, it makes no sense. Same thing with my flat screen, my Samsung. If I would have bought that in the store, it was $429. I buy it online for $199. Same flat screen. And they have to ship it to you. They don't charge you, but that's why I tell everybody, if you're going to buy something, look at it in the store, like with the washer when I went to the homeless depot. I was able to put my hands on it, look at it, walk around it, kick it. And the sales girl was all set with her little notepad. And I said, thank you. Just looking. And then she threw the notepad, hit me in the back of the head.
Fatality.
I was like, hey, that hurt. Then I came home, ordered it online, free delivery. They took it right down, took my old broken machine, moved it to the side, put the new machine in place. But they don't hook it up anymore. If you want them to hook it up, it costs you $60. I said to the guy, what, to put 2 water hoses on, hang a drain hose over the stationary tub and plug it in? $60? Yep. I can do that myself. $60 to put 2 water lines on, uncoil the drain hose, and plug it in. I says to him, I says, how many people pay the $60? Well, not too many. Yeah, I can see why. It's not rocket science. They're like garden hoses. Not like you need, a $300 tool. Channel locks. There. $60 hookup fee. Then if you want them to take the old washer, $100. Guy's like, you want me to take this old washer? No, just put it over there. I'll use it to sort laundry on. Just put it right there. You're good, right there. Sure you don't want me to? Nope, just put it right there. I heard him grumbling as he was going up the steps. God damn it. I could have made $160. Never mind. One of these days, maybe I'll fix the old machine. I have an idea what's wrong with it. I just didn't want to be bothered with it because I was so pissed off that my kid destroyed it. That's why my new washer has a lock on it. Oh, that pissed him off. He went downstairs, he went, how can I use the washer? It's all locked up. I said, that's the reason. You destroyed that one. You ain't destroying this one. He destroyed 3 washing machines. 3. Yeah, that's what I said when the guy told me $100 to haul it out of the basement. I said, you're going to take it to the scrapyard and you're going to get paid. I said, it's a kind of a double dip. And I said, you came downstairs with the new machine. It's not like you're making an extra trip to take the old one. You got to go up the stairs anyway. You could be carrying a washer up. Yeah, $60 to hook it up and $100 to haul it away. I said no and no.
Access denied.
And you know what's unfortunate? Some, senior citizen is paying that kind of money because I could guarantee if it's like a little old lady, they're telling, oh, well, we have to hook it up to make sure it's safe. Okay. How much? $60? Okay, here you go. You want us to take that old machine? It could be a hazard in your basement. How much? $100. Okay, here you go. They get in the truck and they drive away and they're laughing their asses off. We hooked another one. The last washer I bought, they didn't charge me to hook it up. Of course, that was 20 years ago. Brought it in, hooked it up. Matter of fact, the guy said, "You have any laundry? I'll show you how to operate it." Yeah, wait a minute. Turn here, push this. Okay, I can do that. They brought the new machine in, put it in place, and the guy handed me the manual. Here you go. You're not going to show me how to operate this stupid fucking thing? Know my job. I hate it. But at least I own it. $60 to hook up 2 water hoses, uncoil a drain hose, and plug it in. $10 minutes. $60, 10 minutes. That's a pretty good hourly wage if every 10 minutes you're hooking up a washing machine. And then repair companies are insane. The woman across the street had to get her washer repaired. They charged $65 to pull in the driveway. Then, well, that $65 included the first half hour of repair. Now, you know they aren't going to bust their ass and fix that machine in a half an hour. Then it was $25 every 15 minutes. And they charged for gas. Fuel recovery is what they called it. There was a $20 fuel recovery charge. Because I happened to be over there when they got done. And I said, "What's this fuel recovery?" Well, to drive out here. You charge everybody $20 fuel recovery? Yep. And there was another charge. There was $10. Oh, how the hell did they word that $10? Parts acquisition. I said, "What is parts?" Well, we have to load the tools and the parts on the truck. Wait a minute. We're paying you to put your tools in the truck? Yeah, $10 to put the part and the tools in the truck, $20 for gas, $65 service call, then $25 every 15 minutes after the first half hour. I would be down there telling, hey, you're going to smoke a cigarette, smoke it on the way to the next call. Work on my machine. Get out that power driver. Never mind twisting the screws with a screwdriver. That's what that thing's in there for. Christ, for what it cost to repair that washer, she could have gone to Homeless Depot and bought a new one. The charges, like I say, fuel recovery, $20. And if she would have called me, I could have fixed it. Because it was, the timer went bad. Well, big deal. You unplug the connector, you take out a couple of screws, take the timer out, put the new one in, couple of screws, plug the thing in, there you go. I'm trying to think how much the goddamn bill was with a part. $230 or something like that, $240. It's no different than if you take your car to a repair shop. You pay a diagnostic fee, which is anywhere from $60 to $100. And then you pay for shop, the shop fee. Well, that's for rags and liquid wrench, Yeah, it costs you $100 for them to plug that fancy computer in to your car. Oh, you need a serpentine belt. Well, it's quite obvious. If you had opened the hood, you could see it was missing. It cost me $100 for you to plug your computer in. That's why I go up to Ryan's. Him and his father, honest as the day is long. Outstanding repair work. Excellent prices. And they bring me home and pick me up. And when they give me the bill, I say,
That's a low price!
Yeah. I stopped yesterday, and my friend's sister wasn't home. And had I not had the flat tire, I would have stopped today. I still haven't heard from my friend out in Scottsdale. I'm really getting worried. God, I've known her since we were like 4 years old. Well, I was 5, she was 4. And I have not heard a word. And I can't find her goddamn address. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll call the police department and say, hey, if I give you her name, do you think you can figure out her address? She's got to be listed somewhere. But see, I don't know if she's in Scottsdale proper or outside. See, Kathy, that's part of the problem with email. If you, I should have asked her address and phone number. Because I am starting to get worried. And I know I can't think of the woman's name. She rented out her spare room and I can't remember her name either. She told me once before, because I asked her, I said, are you alone? She goes, no, I have a tenant. Matter of fact, it's a longtime friend of hers. But I can't remember her name. I don't know, maybe I'll call the police department tomorrow. And hopefully she lives in Scottsdale proper and they can figure out some way of finding her. I know her full name. Because if I email her like on a Monday, the latest I'll get an answer is like Wednesday, and she'll say, oh, I was busy, I always hear from her within a couple of days. I've sent 3 emails now. Actually, what I should do is call the VA hospital. Well, if I don't get anywhere with the police department, I'll call the VA hospital. Because I know that's where she gets all her medical care. See if she's in the hospital. God forbid, I hope nothing really serious. I'm really worried. I really am. Because, like, my cousin in Rhode Island, same way. She will respond within a day or two to my emails. My high school buddy in Massachusetts, he responds the same day. Matter of fact, usually everybody I email will respond back within 48 hours. That's making me a little nervous. Yo, we've been back and forth for almost 20 years. But I know, what was it, 6, 8 months ago, she had a very minor stroke. And she basically said that her balance isn't that good, and now she walks with a cane, and the VA gave her a go-kart. Matter of fact, she got a go-kart, and they put a big thing on the back of her van. Like a platform, so she can take her go-kart with her. Because she took pictures of it and showed it to me. It lowers to the ground. She drives her little go-kart up on it, pushes a button. Brrr. She told me, I really don't need it, but for free I took it. I was like, okay, I would too. See, that's the problem with no longer having phone books. Back in the day, you had a yellow pages and a white pages. God, I remember my buddy and I delivered phone books one year. Holy shit. Talk about a back-breaking job. We got paid good, but what a pain in the ass. Because that's when phone books were like that. Every year I get a yellow pages. It's about that thick. I'll bring it in here tomorrow. I keep it out in the kitchen. Never bothered to open it. Because I'll tell you, if you go, I've looked to try to get people's numbers, white pages online. What a joke. Oh, yeah. I remember sitting on a phone book or two. I think every household back in the day, here, sit on these phone books. Okay, now I'm at table level. Yeah. I think every household that had kids, you sat on phone books. Because they were perfect thickness, you know. I need the phone books. That's better. Oh boy, I get the white pages and the yellow pages. If I pissed my father off, he'd throw one at me. I'd be walking through the house. Ow! What'd you throw that phone book for? What do you mean, good measure? I forgot at the beginning of the show.
Hump day, yeah. Hump day, yeah.
I knew there was a button I forgot to push. Oh, yeah, I remember sitting in the barber chair on phone books. Oh, God, yes. I remember getting a haircut and the barber would put the phone books in the barber chair. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't cut hair at home. My father would take me to the barber, but yeah, I remember he was too cheap to buy a booster seat. Although the one barber we went to, he had a padded board that went across each arm. And he'd put the board on there, and then that boosted you up. But the other barber, and he always had 4 phone books to get you up to the right height. Yeah, wait a minute, get up. 2 ain't enough. 3. There, that's better. For extra measure here, get up. Let me put the 4th one in. How the hell high you want me? I'm sitting on a skyscraper here. Yeah, phone books came in handy. Matter of fact, if you were working on the car, they made a good wheel chock, too. I remember using them for that. Couldn't find a rock or a brick. Come in the house, grab a phone book. There we go. Now the car won't roll away. Those were the days. And you got them for free. Yeah, I remember a couple of years my buddy signed up and I went with him to deliver them. And where did we deliver them? Akron, in the ghetto. I said, we live in Cleveland. What are we doing down here? Well, they couldn't get anybody to deliver. Throw a phone book and pray there wasn't a gunshot. And I'll tell you what, it was so ghetto, Kathy, that they were dirt roads. I didn't know Akron was that depressed that they couldn't pave the roads. We were in a goddamn dirt road in the ghetto delivering fucking phone books to people that didn't want them to begin with because they probably didn't even have a phone. Because that was before the days of cell phones. You had that thing that hung on the wall called a landline with a rotary dial. Matter of fact, I'll bring it. I'll remember tomorrow. I have one of them linemen, the phone that the repairman used to carry, with a little rotary dial in it. Yeah, a friend of mine gave it to me when he retired from Ohio Bell. He goes, "Here." Yeah, I know right where it's at. I'll bring it in the studio tomorrow. It's got a little cute little rotary dial in it. Ain't good for nothing. Paperweight. Antique. Yeah, he didn't want it. He's there. I said, what am I going to do with it? Well, you like goofy stuff. I said, yeah, that's right. I'll hang it on the wall. It was hanging on the wall at the other house. I think it's still, it's in the box. I know what box it's in. Yeah, by the time you got done dialing, somebody beat you to it. Or they had a touch-tone phone, so they could dial faster than you going. Matter of fact, in the basement, my landlord has a rotary dial phone. It's still hooked up. It don't work, but it's still hooked up. A red one. A red rotary dial phone on the shelf by the workbench. It's still wired in. I laugh every time I have to use the workbench. I look over at that old rotary dial phone sitting there. Oh, a case for a cell phone? Really? Oh, that'd be cool. I guess I'll have to look at Five Below. Although they don't have cases for fucking Motorola. They got 950,000 cases for every iPhone ever made, and some Samsung. Motorola? No. Because I wanted to get a case for my other cell phone. I said, you got cases for Motorola? And the guy looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language. Well, you got from the first iPhone ever made all the way up to iPhone 16 Pro Max Plus and a Galaxy S65 and no Motorola. So I ordered one. Timu's got them? Oh, all right. Tomorrow I'm going to look. But I bet you they don't have it for Motorola. I don't know what it is. Evidently, Motorola is not a well-versed cell phone because they got one for every iPhone ever made from day one and some Samsung Galaxies. But Motorola, nope. I'll look tomorrow. Because every morning I go through and look at shit on Temu. Like, oh, I could use one of them. Oh, it's only $4. Okay, in my cart. Temu loves me. They should for the money I spend with them. Although, I'll tell you what, so far, knock on wood, I have not got one bad item. Now, the other day I did get something broken because of the flimsy box. And they refunded my money. Yeah, I took a picture. And then they have that, do you want it back to your credit card or do you want instant refund Temu credit? If you click Temu credit, you get the money right away. Dink. If you click return to my credit card, takes 5 to 7 days. Nope, I want my money now. What? I got two. Moto G styluses. I got two. I have a 2023, and then I got a 2025 5G. I got two. I love them. Oh, God. Matter of fact, the last 5 cell phones I've had have been Motorola's. Although I told you why I'm so loyal to Motorola. And it goes back to the 70s when I had my ambulance service and I needed two-way radios. And nobody would finance me except Motorola. And I said, for doing that, I will be loyal to Motorola the rest of my life. And they make a damn good cell phone. Glue stick. For a glue gun? For a hot glue gun? God, if they carry glue sticks for a glue gun, I'm going to have to look because I need some for mine. I think I'm down to my last 4 or 5. And I hate going to Michael's. I hate where Michael's is located, and Michael's is so expensive. If I can get... I never thought of Temu for glue sticks. Well, that's 2 things I'll be looking for in the morning. Along with if my items are here in Cleveland yet. Yeah, I love my hot glue gun. I use the shit out of that thing. I'll tell you what, whoever invented that glue gun, another item that I never thought I would need. And then I bought one and I was like, wow, you can glue everything. I could probably glue Boots' feet to the floor. I'm ignoring him. He's standing here giving me the sad eyes. I see him down there. He's sitting there, sad eyes, the feed me eyes. Oh, no, no, no. No claws in my leg. All right, I'll feed you. Yeah, he got fed up. He was going for the... He likes to stick his claws in my leg. All right, I'll feed you, I'll feed you, I'll feed you.
That's it, I'm through.
All right, I'm going to the outro music. Be patient. You're not going to fall over from hunger. We know where, right here, WDWL TV, home of not one, but 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and an Oscar. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hopefully nobody gets flooded out. And we will meet again right here under the flashing G tomorrow night. Take care. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. See ya!